I had to do it again. You threw me off.
Dude, that was so good. I was like, that motherfucker. Oh, man. I didn't see that one coming.
Trash Talk Radio. Coming at you live on MP3 from high on a hill above beautiful Lake Washington. My name is Lestro, and with me as always is the Guru.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
And you know how this goes. We're here to talk a little trash on the week's worth of sports. I don't know anybody except the Guru, and the Guru knows all.
Man, I know just a little something, man. Just a little something, man.
Guru, it is episode number 94, and we've got another big show. Week 3 in the NFL was ruled by backups, with Daniel Jones and Gardner Minshew II leading the way. Is the value of the backup going up? Plus, Baker and the Browns took an L at home. Is it getting hot in that kitchen? The Chiefs hold on, but is Baltimore the new scary team to face? Then, it's our Week 4 preview as we've got a battle of the undefeated AFC East teams. The next level Chiefs take on the surprising Lions. The Vikes and Bears go at it, and the Cowboys have their first real competent opponent in the Saints. Plus, we've got the Almanac's College check-in, Guru's call-outs and shout-outs, Bets with Ben. You know we got a 2-minute drill. Guru, episode number 94.
Let's roll.
How you doing, man? It's good to see you.
Man, major turbulence. Major turbulence.
Not my fault this time. You're the one causing the...
Yeah, it was your fault. It was the reason you caused the other cause and effect.
Always my fault, man. How you doing?
Man, I am living the dream. Don't you pinch me, man. Don't you pinch me.
How was your weekend of football? Was it a good one for you?
It was a from one of my best cereal and the best brand, the best commercial ever made. Great.
Mine was not, obviously, as an Eagles fan. Did not go the way I had hoped. Spotted the Lions too many points. Could not come back. Took another L. But, hey, we'll get to that in the show because we got a big show here to go into. And they are not even on the main list, really, until we get into it. We got to talk about this was the week of the backup in the NFL. The backup showed up in week 3. There were like 7 backup quarterbacks starting games this week in the NFL. And there were wins out of Jones, Minshew, Bridgewater, Brissett, and Allen. That's 5 of them. All brought home wins. Jones is the new starter, though. He's not even a backup anymore. He's the new starter in there, and we will get to him because he is it's a hell of a game for a Giants quarterback coming out. But with Minshew and Bridgewater, these are guys paid to back up, getting the win. Minshew looks like the real deal, though, here, Guru, in Jacksonville.
Gardner Minshew, man, coming from that crazy Mike Leach situation, man.
And one of those air raid quarterbacks.
One of those air raid. He even looked like he got a Mike Leach personality.
He looks like Eastern Washington, doesn't he? That kid looks like he went to Wazoo.
Absolutely. I gotta mention this. He's a former Pirate. The Guru is a former Pirate alumni of the ECU. Purple and gold. That's where his foundation. But Washington State is where he got his little
mustache.
The mustache.
The Washington State's where he got his little mustache going.
The mustache swag. But you know what, man? He's just a nice blend. The kid could play.
Yeah.
You know, from what I saw the Thursday night game, the kid could play, man. The kid could put the ball, obviously coming from a passing situations, and he knows how to pass the ball. He comes from a passing foundation.
Yes.
From
pass first.
That's it. So I'm not surprised because when he do pass the ball, he's more comfortable. That's his comfort zone. So and he's not scared to fail. That's one thing I do see. And he don't have that happy feet like Mitch. He's comfortable. You know, that's just having repetition. He has repetition in college. You know, he was there for a few years, a graduate guy, a 4-year guy. So you get to see the comfort in him in the pocket as far as when he's there to pass the ball.
You always talk about the importance of that. Guys that stay in college for that extra year. Make sure they're there for 3-4 years so you get to see them over time.
Absolutely. It's just quarterbacks, repetition. And the more repetition, that's when you see the defense and how they play you. And that's how you see how good a quarterback is, because then the quarterback got to counter that person. That's why Deshaun Watson, it was a shocker. He wasn't the first overall pick in that draft because he went against Nick Saban, Alabama's freaking defense, and he gave him work. And you've seen it for many. I mean, Alabama knew the next year was going to be him and Deshaun, and he still gave him work. So repetition. When you guys play only 12 games, 14 games, DeMarc Sanchez, guys like that, you don't really get enough data to get a great projection of how they're going to be in the next level.
Now, Minshew was not projected to be anybody's pick here in the NFL. He's like a 6th-round pick. Storming the gates, though, getting his first win, 20 for 30, 204 yards, and 2 touchdowns in Jacksonville's first win of the year, 20-7 over Tennessee. We got big wins from other backups, though. Bridgewater, for example, picked up a win against the Seahawks. On the other hand, he's the highest paid. Actually, before we go back to Minshew, he took over for a backup who's now a starter with Foles. I guess you got to play Foles, but could Minshew be the guy in Jacksonville?
Absolutely not over the Nick Foles.
Not over Foles?
It would be ironic. That would be some type of great
right?
story. That would be a great rhetoric, right? Nick would probably just laugh at that. You know what would happen? He would go right back to Philly.
Nick Foles doing what he does best as the backup quarterback. This is a guy as a backup has won a Super Bowl. Didn't win a Super Bowl as a starter, won it as a backup. And that's make him your backup, at the highest paid backup. It makes sense to me. But the highest paid backup is actually Teddy Bridgewater, who I was mentioning before, who is in no danger of taking over for Drew Brees, but did hang in for a win this week. Does he make you think the Saints can hang on?
See, it's a different type of situation, and when you have a different type of backups, like New Orleans have aspiration of winning the Super Bowl. So that means that you have contingency plan after contingency plan. So you have a proven vet who have led his team to a playoff, and a field goal missed away from a playoff victory. So now you have a guy that's productive in the league, that have experience in the league. So just in case something happens to your legend quarterback, like what just happened to Drew Brees, you can feel comfortable that you have a guy that's competent enough, that's been around the league, that's seen the type of defenses that's going to be thrown at him, and he's not going to be rattled. It's not going to be his first rodeo, like my man Diesel said.
Diesel agrees wholeheartedly with that one, Guru. Now, Guru, one of the guys I unfairly threw in that list, kind of like Daniel Jones, because he's actually the starter, is Jacoby Brissett, who was a backup until Andrew Luck left at the beginning of the year. Seems to be settling in there in Indianapolis. They haven't seemed to really miss a beat. This is a pretty good team.
Absolutely. This team is well built, man. Chris Ballard, the GM, have a great set of team right there. The team is built differently right now. They're not built like reliant on the quarterback, or they're not Andrew Luck reliant as they used to be. Remember, so that's why they're highly, highly, highly good, talented as far as the defensive side of the ball. And obviously, I rate about the offensive line of that team, that unit. And I predict that Marlon Mack, their running back, due to the offensive line, I believe he will, lead the league in rushing this year. And he's up there making me look good. So there's a lot of things that's going well. Obviously, you have a savvy vet like a T.Y. Hilton, the savvy vet. Obviously, you have weapons everywhere. And just what I told you just earlier, just like what New Orleans did, when you have an organization that's very competent, you do make contingency plans. And depending on your high level of contingency, you need a nice veteran quarterback in case something happened for the unforeseen. Like You obviously Drew Brees, and then the crazy unforeseen like Andrew Luck.
You don't expect Andrew Luck to go, but it is a thing where there's a sudden need for your backup to come in, and you need someone competent to do that.
Exactly.
And, you think teams would learn when Foles won that Super Bowl that it was.
You want to get that type of savvy bet, but other teams get young guys to follow them. Like for example. You imagine if the Pittsburgh Steelers, a competent organization, they should have, instead of a Mason Rudolph, they would imagine if they would have a veteran type backup quarterback. That would have made the season still a competitive season.
Yeah, Bridgewater's on that team. It's a different discussion, but they don't seem to be. That was not one of the backup quarterbacks we mentioned as being a winner. Let's just put it that way. Okay, so. What else do we need to talk about here on this week? We didn't talk really about Daniel Jones. We glossed over him right there to get to the actual backups because he's the starter now in New York. Look